guys, BBI here. I want to stop and say thanks for tuning in and checking out whatever the video is about that's about ready to come up next. If you could take a minute and hit subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoy what you've seen here, make sure to hit the like button. We'd greatly appreciate your support. Anyhow, guys, all that aside, let's get on with the show. So, I bought this. I'm really excited about this. Okay, so this is the Zhiyun Crane. This is a 3-axis gimbal. This is a neat tool. I've been seeing these for a while, and I have not had the opportunity to play with one until the last break that we did. And Dave Nolan, Hobby Dave Nolan, was kind enough to come up and spend the days with us and put together two very beautiful videos of that break. And one of the tools that he had was a little tiny 3-axis gimbal camera for like a cell phone. And I'm like, well, the more and more I get into this cinematography thing, which I'm not going to lie, I've always been into this. I've always been into big, like I used to be into film cameras a bunch when I was a kid. But then you know how it goes. You get out from underneath mommy and daddy's little protective umbrella and you're not spending their money anymore, and you got to figure out how to make your own money. You know what I mean? And you have to drop the expensive hobbies sometimes, and then you got to figure out how to make your own money. So this platform's pretty cool. Once the gyros are running and everything's balanced, if you guys aren't familiar with how a gimbal system works, once everything's balanced, when you go to move, there's gyroscopic stabilization that goes on around a camera. So there's two different ways you can do it. Anti-motion, so it adds a dampening effect when you move your camera around. Or you can do it so it locks on a specific place in space, and no matter what you do with this unit, it'll track that. So here is my old Sony 4K. This is a 20.6 megapixel. I don't even remember the model number on this. This is what you guys have been looking at for years. This is the AX30. This is one of about 3 different cameras I use. I got a couple different GoPro cameras I use as well. Well, we've upgraded, as everybody knows, and I thought, well, while I'm running down this rabbit hole, these little gimbal things are fairly cheap. They're only a couple $100. So what I need to have is that you can set this up so it'll stabilize itself this way. Platform will stabilize itself this way or this way. And this is what I'm needing, to be stabilized in this orientation, so I can mount the camera with a viewfinder like this on here. So here's the problem that we're running into. I need to be able to have gimbal. Hold on. Tighten up the fluid head, or otherwise it'll slowly pan back down. We need to be able to have gimbal movement in this axis, have it close enough to the center of gravity that the servos that are in here are not going to be overloaded. So the tray system, this is designed to go on the side of like a mirrorless SLR camera on the side of it, like this. Or in the advertisement brochure, which they claim is cool, this is possible for me to mount this on this dolly, hanging all the way out in free space, like this. Okay? The problem is it doesn't work. This tray platform is too short. Okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of these 2 thread points on this mounting bracket these two mounting posts right here. I'm going to create me a little aluminum plate, because this is the problem that we were having with this camera, is the bottom of this camera. Focus here. Focus. There we go. Bottom of this camera has been blown out, and it's spider cracked all the way through here. So I've got to create a plate that I can mount this to and mount to here. Now here's my old quick disconnect tray that this thing has been mounted to forever. This little guy right here. And this allowed me to go to my old tripod. But since we got the new one, what you're looking at now, we're going to make this. Now this has got motion stabilization in it as well, but we're going to bury that too deep behind this axis system. I need to build me a plate to mount onto here, to extend my mounting hardware out to here, so I can set this farther forward, or otherwise, as you're concerned, like this. So I got a couple choices. I can be a douchebag and freak out about this and be like, well, you sold me no work. Or I can just recognize what I need to modify. It's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. And I simply build what I need. Now, at the end of the day, I've learned that being nice to people and respecting people gets you a whole lot further. And that includes respecting yourself, by the way, you guys. So what I did is I took some 6160 aircraft aluminum here, or 61, whatever the hell it is. It's aircraft grade aluminum. And I made it the same width is my little detach plate. Okay, we're going to make this piece slide into here, but then I in turn can bolt onto here, and I can get myself where I need to be in balance, but just by making a plate. Steep enough cut yet. Oh, almost got it. Oh. So I got the right width. Yep. Okay. Getting closer. Made my own friggin' plate. What you think about that, China? Alright. Let's see. Let me sand this. I've got this edge I want around, this edge I want around. That feels okay. Then I want to totally sand this to surfaces. And then I want to paint it just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's the back of my leg. I brought my dog out here with me. He's running around in the background. He's like, Dad, I want to play. I told him, bro, you can come out here with me, but you gotta not be underfoot. Oh, quit licking your lipstick, dude. Okay. Okay. So it needs to be down with this axis, approximately that much far forward on the dolly. Now this is getting fun. So this is the fun bit of living out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, Idaho. It's still somewhere. I get tired of waiting for things. You know what I mean? Okay, so we need to be all the way forward. And that mark there. There, like so. Okay. About there, right about there, right about there. Yeah, okay. A little bit nose heavy. The idea is to get this thing to set somewhat naturally balanced. So like we can get this side to side. Side to side, no big deal. It's the forward and back with the camera, and then trying to get the battery plate to miss this portion of the gimbal. Touchdown. All right. little nose heavy. Butt heavy. Jesus. Oops. Butt heavy. All right. Oh, just lost control of it. All right, bring it back center. Okay, it's trying. Okay, we got nose heavy, right? So now I bumped it, that's my fault. Oh boy. looks so good. Oh, this is going to be time consuming to learn all of this. So on top of this, then I got to run a microphone and read all the meters. That's locked on mode. So I can tell it I want to pick. This is straight up just 3-axis gimbal. And I can tell it whatever platform where I'm pointed, that's where it's going to stay locked. Oh, just lost it. A lot of work just so I can get a shot like this for you guys.